Elizabeth joins us now in Las Vegas, Nevada. Elizabeth, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Thank you, Mr. Coleman,
You bet.
for taking my call.
You bet.
I guess it's kind of a two-part question,
Mm-hmm.
short-term, long-term. I'm a nurse, and I currently work for a government agency, and I'm deciding not to take the COVID vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sort of pre-planning, and not in a fearful way, just to be proactive.
Mm-hmm.
I have an opportunity to try a remote type position, but it's a 1099, and that makes me a little uncomfortable, but I'm happy to try something new.
What makes you uncomfortable about the 1099?
I'm used to having benefits and all the additional stuff, a little bit more of the security. Are
you single?
I know I am married.
Could you be on your husband's benefits?
I am currently on his plan.
Oh,
yeah.
Well then, you see what I just did there? You told me there was a monster under the bed, and I just crawled under the bed, and I said, "Hey, Elizabeth, great news. There's no monster under the bed."
Yeah.
It's not the benefits. I think you feel like if I'm salaried, they're more committed to me than if I'm on a contract, or the 1099 feels very temporary. Let's just be honest.
And I think honestly, it is temporary in my mind.
Good.
Yeah.
So embrace it.
Yeah.
It's not a long-term play for you either, right?
It's not a long-term. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. And
here's the deal. Are you not in demand and very valuable?
I am. I think if I'm thinking about purpose, my main long-term goal is that I'm in some kind of a position where I'm helping people, but I can still potentially work from home or be able to take care of my son and kind of have my family, my children, at the basis of that, where they can.
I love that. What would that look like? Do you mind if we go there? I know you didn't call me for that exact reason, but you knew I was going to do this.
Yeah. I've thought about it. I have multiple ideas. I love working outdoors. I'm a huge proponent of that. I like it. I like gardening. Once I became a mom, I realized that there was a huge community need for community in the sense of counseling, mental health, exercise. So I was sort of playing with the idea of like creating something like Mommy and Me, Family and Me sort of thing. Yeah. But I don't know if I really want to have a business either, because I've never done that, and I like nursing.
Okay,
so I like the service part of nursing.
Okay, I love that. There's no question. You just are a people person. That's you're about serving people. I think there's some influence in there too. Let me ask you this: financially, if you didn't try to make it this big business, but you tried the Mommy and Me or Family and Me or whatever, or you started a group where you were doing some online coaching or in-person coaching, and they were doing yoga or exercise or whatever, I don't know, or you had them over and you were doing recipes with healthy food, I don't know. I'm just brainstorming, whatever it is you're thinking about. And you didn't have to have a full-time income. I mean, is that a reality for you guys, or are you going to need to be generating a certain amount of money that you have been generating for the near future?
I think in the next 2 years, our mortgage will be able to pay off. So, like in theory, financially, it wouldn't be such a huge concerning factor. I think that's
the play. I love this timeline. You have 2 years to dream and experiment a little bit. Yeah. I think my advice. Let me think through this for just 2 seconds. I think you take the contracting job because it's money in hand right now, good money. And you do it until you go, do the next thing. And if you have to just bounce a little bit in this nursing space, I would be trying some of these ideas you've had. Very small scale. Try them.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking I can maybe reach out to companies I've sort of come across that I just haven't contacted directly. Because I found, especially during COVID, I was pregnant, gave birth, and I didn't have the community other than on the online, and it was kind of important. And I kind of
super important. So what would you contact these companies about?
I would probably to go try out their services just to see kind of what they did, so I can even get ideas about what I feel is needed.
Okay, good. I love that. So we're experimenting, we're exploring. That's, I think, your theme. Experiment, explore. Potential small little business ideas to where you're at home with the kiddos. but your heart is still engaged. Your heart's going to be overflowing. I'm speaking this over you right now. What you've just outlined is your future. You're at home a lot more than you have been. You're there. It's your home base, the kiddos and everything. But you've got this thing on the side, and we're not worried about how much money it generates. There's no pressure to build. I'm just doing what I love. And maybe I'm figuring out how I want to pour into women, whether it be health, nutrition, serving. That nurse in you is you even mentioned counseling, which I think is so interesting. Maybe it's mentoring young moms. I don't know. The nurse, what I love about nurses, and I've had some great experience with nurses, with my kids being in surgery and me having some surgeries. I haven't had a ton, but I've had enough to where I go, boy, the nurse is such a huge role. And the nurse is the comforter. The nurse is the counselor. That's what I think of a good nurse, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
They administer, they take care, they're kind of making sure everything's going well. But boy, they just make me feel comfortable. Boy, when the doctor walks in, I'm scared. When the nurse walks in, I go, oh. Am I right or am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong.
That's how it should be. Absolutely.
Well, that's who you are.
Yeah.
I think whatever this thing is going to be, it needs to have a combination of the counselor / advisor / comforter, caregiver.
Yeah.
Anything that fits that for you, that's your jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thanks for letting me dive in a little bit. I think going forward, you take the contractor job. Take as many as you need to until we get the mortgage paid off or whatever. Be free. Be relaxed. And then the minute that mortgage is paid off and it's a whole different financial situation, then just start to ease into the things you've already experimented and explored with. And I think it's going to become very obvious to you in the near future. Thank you so much for the call. I love it. See, this is a situation, folks, where Elizabeth has just got to completely listen to her heart. She has the freedom to do so. So she's got time. Yeah, it needs to work for about 2 more years or so. But she's got time and no pressure. And so now she can just listen to her heart. What do I want to do? Maybe I want to do a garden. Maybe I want to start a community garden in my neighborhood. We sell some money on this. Maybe who knows? Who knows which way she's going to go? But she gets to explore all these different ideas without the pressure. This is ultimately what I want for everybody. This is why at Ramsey Solutions, when we talk about financial peace and living on purpose, they all come together, because when you have the peace and you have the options and the freedom to do what it is that you were created to do, oh, baby, it's so much more fun. Without that pressure, purpose gets revealed a lot quicker.